Hey, what's up, everybody? X there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back with you for another video. Yes, I changed positions. Well, I changed from me laying on my bed to sitting in the chair by my TV. Anyway, this is my normal area for now. Hopefully, I can move back into my office or my wrestle room, which I did some stuff in there, which hopefully I can get an update video. If YouTube on my iPad will stop messing up. Anyway, this is your Royal Rumble 2000 fall review. Anyway, this was the pay-per-view. This was the kicker off to the Road to WrestleMania 20, which I also will be reviewing sometime in the future when I get to it, because I have WrestleMania 20 and 21 on DVD. So WrestleMania 20, 21, and 23 all on DVD. I own WrestleManias 1 through like 5, 1 to like 11 or 12. I think 1 through 13 or 14 on tape, which I have a tape player in the other room, so I can watch those and review them if you want me to. Anyway, we start off this pay-per-view with the Dudley Boys versus Ric Flair and Batista Evolution, defending the World Tag Team titles in a tables match, which I didn't catch on the box. It was a tables match until when they were talking about it. This was a short match, probably lasted about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. So not the best match ever. Ric Flair and Batista ended up picking up the victory. So yeah, first time I ever saw the Dudley Boys lose a tables match. Then we move on to your second match, which was Rey Mysterio versus Jamie Noble for the Cruiserweight title. This is when the Cruiserweight title was dominant back in 2005. This was a very fast-paced match. It was a shortest match, last 5-10 minutes, of course. Rey Mysterio ends up picking up the victory in a very hard-fought victory. Then we move into your third match, which was Eddie Guerrero versus Chavo Guerrero. This was a good match. It was about 10-15 minutes-ish. Eddie Guerrero ends up picking up the victory over Chavo. This was when he was in a feud with Chavo, when they were trying to establish Chavo as a singles competitor, I believe, so he could challenge for the Cruiserweight title and beyond. And Chavo's corner was Chavo Guerrero Sr. Then we go into John Cena, a Dr. Thuganomics John Cena interview. Basically saying how he's going to win the Rumble, and RVD interrupts him and does his RVD when his vocabulary was limited to dude. I believe, yeah. And RVD, of course. And then before that, after that, and then we go to Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly in your fourth match of the night. This was a very good, but it was almost a back and forth match, but it was a good match, not the best match. This was after Hardcore Holly came back from a neck injury that Brock Lesnar caused, and he was challenged for the WWE Championship. I think the one and only time Brock Lesnar ever challenged for the WWE Championship. Not Brock Lesnar, but Hardcore Holly ever challenged for the WWE Championship. Of course, Brock Lesnar was the champion. Winner was Brock Lesnar. Again, alright match, but not the best match ever. Then we go into a Chris Benoit interview. Yes, I said it! Chris motherfucking Benoit, one of the best technical wrestlers ever. I don't care what you think. He was a good wrestler. He did something bad. That's something that I don't condone. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that anytime if you've heard about it. That was just plain up wrong, but I do appreciate him as a wrestler and as a talent. Then we move into his Chris Benoit interview, which Ric Flair, Batista, and Randy Orton interrupt. Basically, Flair and Batista are balling off they're celebrating their victory. Orton, standing back, celebrating with them because he believes he's gonna win the Royal Rumble. The match. Then we move into the Triple H Shawn Michaels match. This was a last man standing for the World Heavyweight title. Triple H comes in as the reigning champion. This was a very good match. This was probably the best match of the night. Of course, last man standing. There was an HBK table spot. Of course, if you watch the pay-per-view, you know what I'm talking about. That was one of the. I just wrote it down because that shocked me. Anyway, the match ends up retaining in a draw. Both men are bloodied, like all the hell. They're both like bloody all the way down. Their hair is halfway dyed. Their hair is red and all that. They go back and forth the entire match. It was an awesome match, one of the best matches I've ever seen between these two. And then in the draw, Shawn Michaels hits a super kick. Triple H is laid out. Shawn Michaels doesn't have enough energy to get up for the 10 count, so it ends on a draw. Triple H keeps the World Heavyweight title, and that keeps that storyline going. Then we move into the Royal Rumble match. All these matches were kind of clumped together. That's why I said short matches. I don't like short matches, even for a pay-per-view. That the main the main event was over an hour. The Triple H and Michaels match probably went a half hour, 45 minutes, ish, I believe. Anyway, the Royal Rumble match starts, and Chris Benoit is the number 1 entry, and Randy Orton's the number 2 entry. Anyway, and then we move on, and Goldberg's number 30, number 30, number 30. So Chris Benoit from SmackDown at the time, number 1, and Goldberg with Raw at the time, number 30. Anyway, the first eliminated is Bradshaw coming out to the APA music, which oddly enough, they showed a video package for the Basham Brothers during the Basham Brothers were featured in the video package for Eddie and Chavo, the Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero match. So wouldn't he have come out to his new now it's old, but it would have been his new music at the time instead of the APA music. So anyway, Bradshaw was the first to be eliminated, and Bradshaw entered at number 5. The last to be eliminated was Big Show by Benoit, and I believe Benoit eliminated Bradshaw as well. I'm not. Don't take my word on that. Anyway, Big Show was entered number 24 and got eliminated last. Chris Benoit picked up the Royal Rumble win. Before the Royal Rumble began, Goldberg was in an interview. The lady's like, okay, Goldberg, most of the locker room has already cleared out. The Royal Rumble is about to begin. Why are you still back there? Brock Lesnar interrupts and said, and gets in the face, and that's how Goldberg eventually gets eliminated, is because of Brock Lesnar, and then they continue their feud. Overall, this was an alright pay-per-view. Probably the one thing is, this was when this was right before Chris Benoit went from SmackDown to Raw, challenged for the World Heavyweight title, and Eddie beat Brock Lesnar at the next pay-per-view, which I believe was No Way Out that year, and wins the WWE title. Chris Benoit wins the World Heavyweight title at Mania from Triple H. Or was it Triple H and Shawn Michaels? I'm not quite sure. WrestleMania 21 review coming up soon. And they did the whole double celebration, which will be remembered forever. Anyway, this pay-per-view took place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So, a lot of big pops for former ECW guys. Anyway, guys, overall, good pay-per-view. Pick it up on DVD. This was a WWE pay-per-view, so you don't have to worry about trying to get one that has that doesn't have blur out. If I cover any Attitude Era review pay-per-views, I will try to see if I can find one that doesn't have blur outs, because I hate the blur outs because they just get annoying, and I'd rather see original footage because I want to hear the cussing. I want to see the fingers. I want to see Stone Cold flipping off, which actually in this pay-per-view in Insurrection, Stone Cold did flip off, and in this pay-per-view, Stone Cold did flip off. I love that. I love how WWE. This was probably an original release of that DVD that I picked up at an indie show, I believe. I can't remember. I picked up DVDs anywhere. Anyway, I probably did pick it up at an indie show. Anyway, guys, great pay per view. Pick it up if you can. If you can get it for cheap, get it for cheap. Anyway, I'm XWF1224. Peace out.